So let me spit a few bars, man, because people want to see Trickster. They ask for Trickster. Trickster is what they're going to get, man. Why is the black jelly baby not on the packet, man? But it tastes AA batteries, AAA batteries, but no B batteries, man. So today I'm chilling with my boy, my friend, man. I've known him for a minute. I'm chilling with Hype, Mhlengi Buthelezi. We've been through the most. And it's only fitting that I bring him up on the 5th episode, guys. Thank you very much for supporting us this far. And I hope that you enjoy this interview. Oh boy, welcome to the Come Up, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
It was just let my audience know what is it that you do and who you are.
Okay, basically the name is Hype_ZA. I'm a hip hop artist, but at the moment, obviously, I'm currently working just until I get myself into that game. That's how it is. So my real name is Mhlengi Buthelezi. So yeah, that's basically who Hype ZA is.
Yeah. So talk us through your music journey. Like, where did it all begin?
So basically, it is just a matter of I've always been interested in music, like from a very young age, listening to your Tear Gas, your Pro Kid. So what I usually used to do is I used to pretend like I'm one of those people where you get someone's track, then sing it out. Obviously, there's some people who don't know the lines by then. So they thought it was me, and I'd be like, yeah, that's me, like I can write. Then eventually I got to the point where I wrote my first lines. I was like, I could actually do this because it also complemented along the way with my voice. When I made my first track, which was in, if I'm not mistaken, 2013, I recorded my first song. Been jamming to the song till today, like hearing yourself doing music, that's what I fell in love with, because I feel like I've been there at a younger age, but I needed more experience, like just to learn what music is about. Once I got to that, then yeah, that's how the music journey started.
Yeah, how old were you when you first realized that this is something that you could do?
I won't even lie and say at a young age, bro. I feel like it was late. It was late for me. As I said, like with mimicking, it was back in grade 8 when I used to go to Sandringham. But writing my first song was when I moved from Sandringham to Queens. So I was 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I was 16.
You're currently working. I mean, we work together at a certain company. We're gonna chat about that a bit later. But you're currently working and doing music at the same time. How do you juggle the two?
So basically, the thing about that is I work night shift, so my hours differ. I can either start from 12, but the latest I can start is like 2 a.m. I'm a night person. Musicians are usually people that work in night, so I usually juggle it. It's a matter of me doing work at that specific time. Then when I knock off, whenever I do have free time, because obviously you can't do music each and every day, because there's things that you need to do. Sometimes if I just need to write a song, if I need to record a song after work, I make time to do that. Or either I can rest for that couple of hours, then after that I can work towards my music. Because basically you're not gonna knock off night shift the like latest at 10 a.m. then just go to sleep the whole day until you go to work. It's not basically having a life. So that's how I juggle around it. Whatever free time that I do have, I use it towards music, either writing, recording, or gigs maybe on weekends, or just maybe meeting other people, man. That's how I juggle around when it comes to work and music.
With the music that you're doing, what is the ultimate dream? And when do you feel like, okay, now Hype has made it? Hype has reached the pinnacle of where he wants to be?
No, man, to be quite honest, I know most rappers talk about making it. I don't know what making it is. Because I feel like at the current moment, I've made it.
That's deep.
Yeah, because it's not a matter of you being signed into a record label or having this certain amount of money in your bank account to actually say that you have made it. For you, it's inspiring other people. If you can reach 1,000 people in a space of a year that actually listen to your music and tell you the feedback or what they've actually learned from it. From me, I've made it. I've reached out to my audience that I really wanted. So probably the ultimate goal is to reach more of a target. If I reach more of a target, then you can basically say, yeah, now I've actually reached out to a lot. How much more can you reach out? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to inspire just people around you or around your area. You want your music to spread around the world and people to hear what your story is about. What is Mhlengi all about? Because basically that's my real name. Hype falls under the music name. So I know with the name hype,
Yeah.
people think it's just you. Yeah, well, that's my personality, but the hype is different from what I portray as my stage name. So, yeah, man, I feel like at this point, as I said, making it is not a matter of you having an audience or signing under a record label, but how many people do you inspire a day when they see you and like I'm Hype ZA, and they know you, like if they've heard your music, what is it that what's the feedback that they can give you?
For sure.
Basically about it.
Yeah. So what type of music do you do? I know that you do hip hop, but it falls under different elements. You personally, what type of hip hop do you push?
I'm actually glad that you brought up that question because I don't regard myself as a rapper.
For sure.
I regard myself as a musician because I like to explore. So other than hip hop, with our current mixtape that we actually done mixing and mastering it, we're just waiting for it to
I
drop.
heard one of the song. What is
Took time.
Took time.
Took time to reply.
Yeah. That song bangs, yo.
But you can't really classify it. Okay, it is hip hop, but the genre or what you are trying to approach is quite your piano's just basically staying relevant to the game. Because if you're not going to be relevant, you're just going to fall out.
Yeah.
That's how it is. What people listen to most, that's the target that we're trying to reach. So me personally as Hype ZA, when I say I'm a musician, I can literally explore anything. Even if there was Maskandi, where like you just get one of my homeboys who's
Sure.
and I can rap to it. I could definitely do that because I like exploring new music. That's why I don't basically just listen to one genre only. Like it's limited. Like out of 100%, I only listen to 25% of hip hop. Then it's your R&B, Maskandi.
Do you listen to gospel?
Nah, not for any reasons, but
Yeah.
I feel like with gospel, it's like the same songs which were in your
Different
childhood,
languages.
yeah, but people sing it differently.
Yeah, dog. You need to check out this guy Lecrae.
Lecrae.
He's a not really gospel artist,
Yeah.
but he raps, né? Like gospel rap.
Oh, gospel rap. Yeah.
That's dope. Dog.
It is.
It's dope, man. It's amazing what musicians can do. You can take any topic and make it into a song.
Yeah.
Whether it's Christianity, whether it's Muslim, like any topic,
yeah.
and make it into a song. But is there no pressure, dog? Like I know a lot of musicians struggle with this. Well, actors, musicians, any artist, when there's like social pressure, the world wants you to portray yourself a certain way, and you also yourself, do you not struggle with that, like social pressure?
No, obviously we do struggle with that. The reason why I'm saying we, because I'm not working alone in this. I have a dedicated team which actually meet each and every Saturday trying to find a strategy which we can implement to make this thing work. It is working fine, but obviously we need to reach a certain crowd. And with social media, the thing is now, everything is through internet.
Yeah.
It's not easy for you to go as an artist and like go club to club and like I'm wanting to perform. Like they need to see your socials, how active are you? So that is a bit of a pressure because it doesn't necessarily portray the lifestyle that you are living, but the lifestyle that you are trying to live. Because obviously people can go on your Insta and they don't see much of an artist, they're not going to take you serious. So when it comes to social media, it's a matter of, okay, what is it now that artists are posting? Just get to that point where we see the picture or the visual or the content behind it, then we learn from it. What is it that we can implement better? Not that we're trying to be like other artists, we're trying to be different. That's how it is. There is pressure.
What's the lifestyle that you're trying to push, dog? Ultimately, like when you say, this is the life that I want to push.
Basically, it's just making music, man. That's what I'm passionate about. Like, I don't want to be... About what?
No wife.
Why? Yeah, that's a... no wife. I'm not married. As you
No,
can
not
see.
now, but like in the future,
But with these things, you can never predict.
for sure.
You can never predict. You can tell yourself, yeah, I want to get married, but
Do you want to get
things-
married?
I don't know. I don't know. What is marriage? What is marriage?
Yeah, that's a crazy question because a lot of people our age are getting married, But I feel like it's for the wrong reasons, man. Because we there where it's you're close to 30, you're no longer 20 or in your mid 20s. Now you're looking at 30, and people feel like time is running out. But do you really want to get married if you're not sure that you want to get married?
No.
And for me, I feel like there's no pressure, dog. Even if you get married at 50, but then you need to be sure that you want to get married. But don't get married because you feel like you need to uphold a certain standard. So that's what I'm asking, because I'm the same, we're the same age actually.
Yeah.
We're the same age, so I was feeling a bit bad because I was like, I'm not really pressured to get married at the point in time. But I know that you have a kid, dog. You wanna talk about that? Because I know you love your son. Like, you love your son to death, dog.
Definitely love my son.
You love your son.
Although the circumstances were, it was a bit different from any other. What can you say? Any other couple which can have a child, which they do know. I don't want to get deep into it, but I feel like the reason why I'm still here today and actually working double as I did is because of my son. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna live your life, but what happens after you leave? What legacy are you gonna leave for your son, or what type of impression are you gonna leave for your son? My son is my first priority. Everything that I do, that's the first person that I think of. It might seem different with the lifestyle, like trying to go out each and every weekend. The reason why I'm here is trying to hustle, and you're not necessarily hustling for yourself. You can make millions, but at the end of the day, you have a life and it's gonna end. What happens when it ends? Someone is there to take over, not really take over, but you left a legacy, or you left your son who's there sharing your same blood. So it's just a matter of knowing or to get to the point where you give birth, before you. So that's how it is.
So you're like pushing double now for you, because I've seen you with your son. I've met your son a few times now. Like, you really play a role, and that's one thing that I want to say shout out to you, man, because a lot of guys don't do it, especially our age. A lot of guys have kids and they just disappear. But since I've known you, I think it's like the 4th year I know you now, and you've always been there for the kid. But is that what motivates you?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the reasons, the most important reason why I hustle and motivates me. And also, as I said, like when my son came to earth, had a life, so much pressure for me because I wasn't really getting paid that much money. And you've always hear stories of. I'll get to that shortly. So as I was saying, like, you get people who tell you about baby daddy stories, like how much Pampers are expensive and everything like that. Not necessarily the story, guys. If you have a partner which is very understanding in terms of your current situation that you are in, you can work around it. It's not a matter of money, guys. I can tell you straight off from a person who likes spending a lot and can also accommodate for the son, that a kid is not that expensive. You just gotta make sure that you plan for them, because once you and mother of your child are not in good terms, that's when it's going to become so hard. Because I feel like now anything that she does ask you, it's pressure. I'm going through that. I won't say that I'm having a perfect life, and I also have baby mama drive.
Are you cool with the baby mama? Are you guys cool? On a scale of 0 to 10, how cool are you?
3, bro. 3, bro. Yeah, I can't blame it on her. Sometimes I do my own fuck ups as well.
But you put the child first.
Yeah, basically it's all about the child, not me and her. Me and her will come after. Child first, then it's us. But I'm still single, guys.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Early working career. How old were you when you got your first real paying job?
So after matriculating in 2015, I went to
2015, I'm older than you.
Nah. So the reason I was supposed to actually matriculate in 2014, so it happened.
Still older
transaction. Okay, it's fine. It's how it is. Apparently James said he is, but we'll talk about this after the shoot and like rectify the whole situation. So after matriculating in 2015, I took a gap year. I won't necessarily call it gap year because I just wanted to work on my accounting and business studies. Then it happened that after I was done with that, I got an offer at Naturit. Got an offer at Naturit. That was the CFO of Gomora. So Nature has been actually wanting me to work there because my granny was also part of their staff. So in a certain way, I can say that at first it was a favor because when I got my initial contract, it was
Nepotism.
yeah, you can put it like that, but the reason why I'm saying that I actually had to work hard for myself is because they gave me a 3-month contract
For sure.
to actually see how quick I can work towards that. 3 months didn't end, like literally 2 months. They're like, no, we're gonna give you a learnership for another 1 year. I was like, great, cool, let's do this. So I was actually, yeah, still 19. From 19, oh no, 20 actually. Yeah, because the reason for me to finish school late is because I got a scholarship with rugby. I also used to play sports. So at Queen's, when I was still in Sandringham actually in grade 11, we were writing our midterm. Then I got a scholarship, Queen's, to play rugby. That's the school that I've been wanting to go
So
to.
you changed schools?
Yeah, I changed schools in grade 11. So because it was third term already, no, second term, they were writing exams. I had to write my accounting the next day. They're like, nah, giving you a scholarship. I was like, so do I need to go write my exams? So they're like, no. I was like, yeah.
So you had to adjust
Yeah.
in the middle of the exams.
So I basically, middle of the exams, I didn't finish my exams at Sandringham because obviously I was going to start a new school next term. So what's the point of me writing mid-year exams
okay.
when I know that I'm going to be moving? So when I moved to Queen's, I was going back literally to grade 10, third term.
Oh,
And I was actually happy
because you
about it.
always wanted to go to the school, bro. That's what you
Yeah,
took the
that's
offer.
one of the reasons. If I didn't want to, I was like, nah, it's just a year setback to my life.
For sure.
But I feel like that was the greatest decision I ever made because I met people which actually influenced me a lot in terms of music, like your Gravity, your Z Takes Nice Pictures, your Lupumlos, who actually do a great job now, which I didn't even know they're going to get into music industry or the media industry. So it's a matter of, I feel like I'm going to now this is where you need to go for you
sure,
to have
for
this
sure.
certain direction. Because the school which I was previously, I feel like I'm just gonna be whatever. I'll see ukuthi ngihlaba ngiphatheleni. That's literally how it was.
But you mentioned Longoma.
Yeah.
So she's actually going to come to the show. What? Yeah. That woman is fantastic. Like that woman is great. Like I've never worked with her, man.
Yeah.
But she interviewed me once. And
Yeah.
since she interviewed me, I've been following her career. She's fantastic. She's great. So I was like, you need to come to the show, man.
So thing about Logomon, one thing about her is, you know, when it comes to women having a high role in a company, most people don't believe that. She was the only woman when I got to know Nature. I even forgot to pronounce the name. Nature. Nature. So she was one of the what do you call it, board members or
It's
whatever.
like ESCO.
Yeah, Esco. She was the only woman there, if I'm not mistaken. Well, if there was any other, well, they were not that important. But Logomo played a big role in terms of building me towards what I initially wanted to be at Nature. It showed me direction. And the thing about it is she believes, what can I say? She believes in great, like you can be a great person, because she doesn't only try to find the productive Tabo. Like, what's Tabo like outside of work?
Yeah.
What are your desires? Like, what do you like? Because I feel like if your senior manager can understand the type of person that you are, they can allocate tasks which can be relevant to you as a person. Because if you're gonna get someone who's not very understanding, just gonna look at you like, okay, I need my work. But if you're not gonna have the relationship with your manager, things are not gonna work out.
Yeah.
And eventually you're gonna feel like you're in an unhappy place. So that's how it is in most cases. So Logomo is a great person. I actually love to see her because after she resigned, I haven't seen her, but I've once spoken to her on WhatsApp, but you know how those things can be so awkward because you post statuses as a rapper drinking, like, oh, this is what I told him. So you don't want to portray that.
But I remember when I was still, because I was also at Metro. When I was still
Yeah,
there,
you would, Nature. Where can you be?
I was speaking to a lot of people, man. I spoke to Nati and Sio, man. And it was just a chilled out conversation. And they just explained the type of leader Longoma was, man. That this woman sees potential in people. Like, when she looks at you right now, she doesn't see the you that you are now.
Yeah.
She's able to see you like in 5 years.
5 years.
that's powerful, man.
Very, very
That's
powerful.
crazy. And if I look at the people that worked under her and what they're achieving right now, it's crazy.
Crazy. It is kind of crazy. Like, I can also put myself as one of those people,
Yeah.
because even though I'm not working in the same department or environment, like how I've actually learned from her and nurture it as a whole, even though like we had our downfalls, but I actually learned a lot from that company and Logomore. And I feel like Logomore is one of the reasons, even though I made other great people, as you mentioned, like two names, your Siobhan, your Nati, Mabena. Those are the people that you could actually look up to and say, you know what, if even though I don't spend much time with Logomore outside of work and I chill with these people, they chill more with Logomore. So the experience that I'm getting actually comes from that position, because she achieved what do you call it?
Top 35,
yeah,
under 35.
yeah, under 35 best CFOs in South Africa. That's a very great achievement.
She is.
Most people, women, make it at like 40, or even men, like at a younger age. And to see her on that list actually felt great for me working under her, because it showed that she is a great leader.
Yeah.
And I was hired by her. So
So why did you leave, though? Ultimately,
ultimately,
the real reason.
the real reason, to be honest, can I have a sip?
Real reason, dog.
So I was happy at Nature, I won't even lie. But after Logomore left, I felt like there was a lot of change which is gonna happen at Nature, and my senior manager actually told me about this. She was actually scared at first, like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna lose my job. I'm like, but why? Do you feel like because now you've been stuck with Logomore for a very long time, like you've been here for a very long time? Only to find that when the guy came, like, okay, fine, okay, he's a chill guy and everything like that. But as I said, going back to my point of a senior manager, or what do you call it again, off that term?
Run.
ESCO.
Oh, ESCO. Yeah.
ESCO, understanding their employees, how happy they are. It basically builds a relationship. So I didn't have that relationship with my manager to a point where fuck ups, we all did fuck ups. We all know that you can't
Who's
go.
old, dog? I never.
I'm gonna ask you after this. Why you left Nature. The real reason. So okay, he doesn't have fuck ups, but I had my own fuck ups.
For sure.
Couple of times I could learn from them, but the last one is just okay, like I've had enough, because I was also under a lot of pressure with working with new management. I feel like, okay, I'm just doing my job, but this guy doesn't like me, because in a way I can sense how people you feel with
feel the
energy.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
if it's bad vibes, you can feel the energy that, nah, man, I was excited, so now why is this guy chilling here? And all of a sudden I'm just like,
Bad vibes. Yeah.
so basically bad vibes, not being able to deliver. Can't make that excuse that, okay, he's the reason why I left. I also did my fuck ups, but I feel like if I had the utmost support, I'd have been there. Nah, but okay, shit, man.
But do you feel like you're not supported enough?
Yeah, basically.
Because
to be
I
true,
remember
to be
there
honest, yeah.
was a month or 2 months where you were going through a lot, bro. I don't know what was happening, but like no one cared, and everyone was just blaming you that this is happening. Like every small mistake that happened came down on you, dog.
Comes down on that. When it comes to management, they expect you to deliver, but when you're not delivering, or when you are delivering, they don't give you the props. Like, you did quite well this month. Okay, here's an incentive, maybe. It wasn't that. If you do your job, okay, you did your job, great. That's what you're supposed to do. But when you have bad money, no one actually comes and sets you down to a point. Okay, Mkeng, are you going under personal reasons, or what's happening for you? For your workload actually to drop this much. So that's why it comes back to the boiling point of, you need to understand how your workers are. The moment they start slipping off, find the real reason behind it. How can you actually support him to get back to where he was, his capabilities, and actually working towards what he was doing, or what he wants to achieve. So yeah, to answer your question, I didn't have enough support, and yeah, I was going through personal reasons. And once you get that support, I feel like I would have been able to manage, but
Yeah.
it's part of life, man.
I knew I was like, screw it, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
That's my reason.
Yeah, sometimes I can get to that point, like, you know
That's
what,
my
I
reason.
can't anymore.
Because it's similar stories, but I never had a problem with the guy. Me and the guy have always been cool, man.
Yeah.
Until I feel like certain people came and they changed that. As
Yeah.
you said, as soon as Longomal's people left with her.
Yeah.
You know, I think I can name drop the people that I'm cool with, but I'm not gonna mention other names because I might get sued, man. I don't even have a budget for what I'm doing.
Let's not even go there, right?
But as soon as Longomal's people left with her, the team kind of like broke down. And then obviously new people came in, and I came in the middle of that shift, you know, between old people and new people coming in. So I was kind of like stuck in between, but I never had a problem with the guy until I think 3 or 4 more people came in, and I could feel that now there's a shift.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not where I was like a year ago.
Completely.
You feel that you stuck, man, and the mood is just down. You mentioned energy, like everyone was just depressed in that place.
That's the thing, because also it reflects towards the department as a whole.
Yeah.
Because if one person can basically fall down, and you're sitting next to another person who has so much energy to bring out, but they don't bring it, you're going to feed that energy, then it just spreads around like your coronavirus.
Yeah.
From one person it leads to another.
For
and
sure.
it ends up being that toxic environment. And to be quite honest, Thabo, I won't lie. Right now, what we're talking about is just the finance department of it. But Naturate as a whole, it's actually a great company. It's a small private
crazy,
company.
dog.
They also have
I
what we
learned
call
so much from that
Dreams
place.
program.
I learned so much from that place, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy what they've achieved in a short space of time.
Short
now.
space of time.
And they were growing
around
people. They were growing people.
Like now, if you can actually get another job and put Naturate as your reference, a good one if you've worked there for more than 2 years, it's a great reference. Like, it's a great company, won't even lie about that, but obviously the certain departments or the certain people which can make it seem like it's a bad company, but it's actually not. I've actually learned a lot from it, because one thing that I love about it, they've supported me throughout my music career. Like, they knew that, okay, I work in music. Sometimes if I needed to go to a gig, it's during the day or photo shoot. I remember one time my manager, I was like to him, DJ Spears is actually shooting with Stogie T. There was a video named Vicky. They were starting at 12. Like, I'm thinking if you can push from this time until 12, you can actually go to. I was like, really? Do you guys even allow that? Like, that's your career. That's why we have a Dreams program. So that's a great thing about it, because now you can take time off to work towards what you want to be. Not that everyone wants to work in this environment. That's one thing that they did understand. Not everyone wants to work at an office until they actually resign or they retire. There are people which are going to do that, but find out what is it that was meant for you, or what is it that you want to do as a person, and we can support you in doing that.
That's true, dog. So as I was saying, my social media also cracked me up. What happened was, there's a post I posted on LinkedIn, right? And it was taken out of context, bro. You know, I wasn't throwing shade to anyone. I was not speaking about anyone, but everyone just took it out of context. And I remember people would ask me randomly, so now who are you to speak about toxic management and all of these things?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, if the shoe fits, you know, like, I didn't mention a name, I didn't mention a company name.
But if the shoe fits?
If the shoe fits, you know, and that's where my downfall kind of started, where what do you call it? The supporters started to DM me like, you will never. I heard words like, you will never achieve anything if you leave this place.
Wow.
You know, I heard words like that, man, and I just thought, this is not it for me. Like, screw it, man. There's so much more to life than being stuck in a single environment. And look at you, dog. You've showed me, because I remember when you left, it was not easy.
Yeah.
I can attest to that, because I was there step by step. It was not easy. But then I look at you like 12 months later and what you've achieved, I'm like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how life can change in a matter of like a moment. But people are scared to take that change.
That's the thing. If you are living, your heartbeat will go.
For sure.
If you did, just be in a straight line. So that's how life is. Sometimes you need to step out of your comfort zone. Once you're stuck in your comfort zone, you won't achieve a lot, because now you're telling yourself, no, I'm actually fine here. But there's great opportunities for you outside, so why not explore them? If you don't get to explore them, then nothing will ever work out for you. You need to take risk. A risk can either make you or break you. But then when it does break you, how do you come back from that? Because now you've learned from it that, okay, this is a mistake that I did.
Crazy.
So now let me work on that mistake. But with mistakes, Or problems come with what? Solutions. You can never bring a problem without a solution. Because once you just bring a problem only to the table, it's going to create more problems. Because now you're going to influence a lot of more people that, okay, there's this problem. Let me make it your problem. Let me make it their problem. But you don't come with the solution. Unless you come to the table with the problem, identify what the problem is, come with the solution, it'll work for you and everybody around you. Then you have positive energy. Then the environment you are in is a happy environment. A happy environment is a worthy environment.
For sure, for sure. That's your music career, man. The type of, like, country in South Africa, there's a lot of musicians. Man.
Yeah.
Would you say there's one artist in South Africa where you say you gravitate more towards in terms of the same style of music, in terms of lifestyle?
So the answer reason I was saying I only listen to 20% hip hop. Yeah, I do listen to musicians in SA, but guys, musicians in SA are broke.
That's
Like
a
literally.
reality.
Yeah, it is reality. Because the thing is, you can never look up to someone or want to be like someone if they're not necessarily motivating you. Yeah, there are artists which I can say I want to have the certain number of awards that they have achieved in their career. Like as I said, I used to look up to Tear Gas. The reason why I say used to because it's no longer there. There's your KO. Now, that was my favorite artist, like growing up. Still is. Can make a work track, I'll still listen to it. There's your recently Black Diamond. Been listening to them from the very beginning. And if I had to get signed, not that I want to, because I'd rather be an independent rapper, if I had to get signed, basically 2 record labels. Either Skanda Republic or, how do you call it? Umuti Records.
Oh, I thought you were going to say ambitious.
Yeah, well, can be ambitious, but nah.
So those two, if you were to be signed, those two, that's powerful, man. But you're saying in South Africa, there's very few people that you put on that pedestal, and in the global sense,
you can count your Big Sean. I feel like I want to make similar type of music to him, not similar, but if I can do great and like push, to be quite honest, I'll never be greater than Big Sean. But I have the potential to.
yeah,
Because obviously,
yeah.
I still am, but money does count a lot. Because obviously, if I had money, like money that I do need, I feel like at this point I would have been in the music game already. But you need that supportive structure. But your Big Sean, your Tory Lanez, Breezy, can never leave Breezy out, bruh. That's had always been my favorite artist. So just to name those 3, I know like different categories. You can say Breezy and Tory Lanez are more in the same, but Big Sean actually portrays that lifestyle that I want to live.
I feel the same way about J. Cole, bro.
Yeah, J. Cole, but I want to be like any other rapper. You look up to Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yeah, no, the reason I'm saying that is, this guy had a child and no one knew, bro. You know, his life, he's able to separate his music career from his personal life.
Yeah.
And that for me it's powerful. Because
Very
I feel like, I'm not sure if you do it or you're gonna do it. I feel like if you become as great as you wanna be and you're dragging your son through that, you're kind of putting so much pressure on him to kind of live in your shadow.
Yeah, in your shadow.
You know, my dad is this.
Yeah.
I need to surpass or I need to be this. You know, they don't have the freedom to maybe be I don't know, man, a cashier or something like that because of what you've achieved. But if you protect them from that life, then you're giving them freedom to kind of like, dude, you can be anything you want to be.
Anything that you want to be.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like I had the same, okay, not necessarily the same, but from my family, like coming from MCing, where I can say it's a poor environment. Some people do have money, you're taxi owners, but coming from that environment and having my granny to take me as a 5-year-old to put me here in Jozi, put me throughout school. Obviously, she had this certain idea that someday I'll be a businessman, get your degree, things like that. But obviously, when I grew up, it's a matter of now your mind does work. What is it that you want to do? And I remember telling her that I want to do music. She understand jack about music. Then when I told her, when I firstly got to sign my first contract in Nature, she was so happy. Like she was over the moon, calling everyone, my son got a job, everything like that. But when I had to leave, it was sad for her because she wanted to see me do more, and she already had an idea of what she wants me to be. But I sat her down and explained to her that life is changing now. It can never be the same as before, where your people are doctors, lawyers, everything like that. It needs to differ. There's now media, the media industry, which is creating more money and more content than
anything else, bro. You know, you can get paid to tweet these days. Post a picture on Instagram and you get paid. But how do you explain that to your grandmother? I want to resign to post pictures on Instagram.
Look, I'm a picture. Like, but even today, like coming to this interview, I'm like, I'm going to an interview. It's like, so I'm like, no, I'm not. It's a music interview. So and like just how I started and just me basically as a person. But it's hard for her to understand because she's so grown up. But usually what I do is, because I want my granny, when she's very old, if ever it happens that she passes away, it's life. Can never predict when. But I wanted to actually rest knowing that we took him direction where he wants to go. Because it's never nice for you to explain to your parents what you want to be and they understand. By the time that they're gone, they're not going to be their soul is not going to be at peace. Because they're still trying to ask themselves, like,
for sure.
So it's like that, man.
But do you think it's, the misconception that if you work in an office, you get paid more just because you wear a suit and tie and you carry a laptop? Because a lot of people think, I told a lot of people, man, because I took a year from corporate.
Yeah.
Like I need a break. This environment drained me. I took a year, man. And I was telling people that, you know, if you don't work within a corporate structure, you will think that people in corporate have money. If you go into corporate, you find out that it is congested by middle life people, man, that are living from month to month. Dude, I remember when I was starting to work, I got paid like 3K. You know, but you dress nice, you dress in a suit and tie, you sit in an office, and people are like, wow, man, I want to be like that guy. But in the interim, you're getting paid the same or even less than a cashier at a local store. But just because you work in an office, people think that you're automatically better than everyone else. Do you think that also plays a role in our parents not understanding what it is that we want to do?
It does. It necessarily does. Because the thing is, with parents, your image does count at most. Let me say, for example, as you said, like you're wearing a ShopRite uniform, Gomora boots, when people see you, okay, Keisha, nah, I don't want to work at that job. Me going out in my suit, wearing a tie, but I want to be like that guy. But in most cases, that's just an image that that people portray. Because as you said, Keishas can get more paid than, I was also wearing a suit. Like,
you're getting paid less, dog.
But at the end of the day, you don't tell people that, nah, bruh, like, don't try to be like me, go to ShopRite, because you want to motivate them.
Yeah.
Different corporates can have different money. Like, from where I moved from, wearing a suit, to me going to work like this, get paid triple than what I was getting before.
The misconception that if you work in an office, you have more money, and the image that it portrays, you know, because as we were speaking earlier on, I mentioned the two guys that I work with, KJ and Romeo, who are both very educated, but pushing their side hustles and not conforming to the 9-to-5 thing. For me, that's powerful, man.
It is.
To surround yourself with such people that don't think within a box, people that are able to take their own initiative and not wait for someone to give them something. Yeah.
Because you don't need to wait for someone to give you direction. As soon as you get your diploma or your bachelor's, if things don't work out for you, you need to make an alternative plan. Always need to have a plan B as a human being. Because if you don't have a plan B, things will never work out for you. Because it's not always guaranteed that your first plan will always work out.
For sure.
That's how it is. Basically, I don't feel like I need to say more. It's just a straightforward thing.
Just surrounding yourself with enough people that have the same mindset, ultimately.
Influence as you, ambitions, goals. Because as I said, like, you can be someone that studied accounting and you didn't get to finish your accounting. Then you get your team, as you said, Romeo,
KJ,
and KJ, right? Who did actually get their diplomas, but obviously for them to get that, wasn't just a matter of, okay, let's just get it, then we'll do this. They had a direction, but it didn't work out for them, but they had a plan B. Okay, let's rather do this. What we can do, not just sit back and wait for other people to actually give us a contract as to where we stand. Let's make our own thing. So that's how it is in most cases. You need to surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers. Once you surround yourself with the doers, that's when you are able to see the direction in your life. Because I can have a dream and it can just be a dream in my mind.
For sure. Speaking about the dreams and the doers, do you think Oren would come to the show if I invited him?
Funny question. Yeah. Honestly, I think Oren would, because in a way we've touched base on nature it, but we didn't get to the point where we spoke about Dreams program. If Oren had to come here, I think it would actually educate people more about the Dreams program, which I feel, in my honest opinion, the whole world needs to know about it.
Yeah, because like having a dream is much more than just dreaming, but it's about planning your dreams and things like that. Yeah.
Take steps each and every day. Dream. You don't just wake up and like say I want a Ferrari. Wake up the next day and like, yo, hopefully when I wake up the next day I have a Ferrari. No, you work towards it each and every day, each and every minute that you contribute towards your life contributes towards you achieving your dream. So you should have direction, ambition, and set plans.
For sure.
Dreams come with goals. Dreams come with plans. So if you put your mind to that, then you can achieve your dreams. Nothing is impossible.
For sure, man. So in closing, man, people wanted to see Trickster.
Yeah. Oh, they wanted to see Trickster, not Hype ZA.
People wanted to see Trickster, man. I'm about to take Trickster out of retirement for you. You need to feel blessed. It's been 3 years, man.
Period, yeah. Know how Trickster came about. I didn't even say that.
No, tell them how Trickster came.
So the moment where me and Tabo got to meet, okay, it's a corporate company, okay, Mkhengi, Tabo. Then eventually found out that I was a rapper. He was like, you know, my guy is joking around. Like, I'm Trickster, bro. I'm like, who's Trickster? I thought you were Tabo. Like, that's my rapper. I'm like, you what? I was like, yeah. So once went to KFC, bro, and Alex Mo. He's not a rapper, guys, to be quite honest. But he was some guy, and that guy was so serious. I was like, Trickster, take him on. Because obviously it was going to be 10 years. But he actually won that battle. We laughed about it till today. So it brings out that name Trickster. I really is.
So let me spit a few bars, man, because people want to see Trickster. They ask for Trickster. Trickster is what they're going to get, man. Yo, man, before I start, man, I got a question for you guys, man. Why is the black Jelly Baby not on the packet, man? But it still tastes AA batteries, AAA batteries, but no B batteries, man. Does that mean the B batteries will never work, or is it because the B batteries is lazy? Man, I don't know. Trickster's about to spit a few bars.
Son.
Y'all not ready for this.
They weren't ready.
Big shot.
1 plus 3, that's 2.
Boom.
Minus 3,
Quick maths.
that's a negative. Trickster don't even deal with negative, so I'm not gonna entertain that equation, man. I'm from up above, flying high like a dove, spitting bars like a chicken pox. I don't even know what that means, but homies jumps when I say it. Man, Trickster is on fire,
Perfect.
but I'm in internal fire, walking out like a Maya. I'm about to spit this fire, like a fireball, man. Trickster's like a fireball, man. Trickster's
I love this sort of interviews. You even get the bars. 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 3, that's a negative. Trickster don't put.
You don't deal with negatives, man, because Trickster's from up above, man. What you need to understand is he's from the pen. And you do things differently in the pen.
Yeah.
They told me that I would never make it, so I had to fight to make it. But when I made it, I couldn't believe, so I had to remake it. Like a remix, but I couldn't mix it. Because niggas thought I was chilling on mixing.
Yeah. Oh. I'm done. Do I still need to rap? Do I still need to rap?
It's your turn, man.
Okay, guys, this is not a battle or anything you want. But yeah, that was some good shit. But hype today, going for the bar, okay. I said it's very true. They never liked me from the start. But it's only the beginning, never ends until we're winning. Get a pen, a fresh book, and write some lyrics. Tell your story, where you headed. To the top, but not the ceiling. Underneath praise. Already blessed, far-fetched, you need to stretch. Progress, just anxiety. Mama really proud of me. I'm feeling very lifted. There is no down on me. You probably could have waited. You probably could have made it. I predicted all the moves, one word anticipated. I subscribe to this music shit. No decline, I'm activated. Cut short, abbreviated. Close association, so it gets affiliated. A lot of fear, intimidated. I will never stop until I make it. This walls are so hard, these niggas couldn't break it.
That's me.
It's just hype today, bro.
Yo, man, this has been a crazy interview, man.
Crazy.
We literally need a part 2 for this. It's been mad. It's been crazy. And I really appreciate you coming out, man, on the 5th episode and just agreeing to do this, man. Shout out to the guys again. The guys at Imbizo Shisanyama for agreeing to us shooting this. It's been a nice environment. Shout out to them. Definitely be doing this again.
Definitely. And you see, this is your first outdoor.
This is our first public shoot, and I had to bring you out, man.
This is my type of scene, guys. Like, honestly, what I'm gonna say to you is I appreciate you calling me up, even though like we've been through the pits. I like your progress as well as you are doing as an artist as well. Thank you for bringing me up here, and people trying to get to know who hype is. Besides hype, like just knowing where I come from and who I really am, you know. But yeah, I truly appreciate this type of platform, and I wish people can actually subscribe and listen to this, because I feel like in a certain way, it's very influential.
It's gonna help a lot of people.
The karma.
Yeah.
The title says a lot.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's Hub today. Actually here on the show on the come up. Actually care for you guys having me here. It's been a wonderful show. Could do this over and over again. So if you guys want to catch me on Instagram, it's hype HYPE_ZA_. Facebook, just hype ZA, or you can follow my real name, Kenny Butillins. I also post my content there. Then guys, just being a great show. I'd love for you guys to tune in, subscribe, know the business. Your boy.